A number of our nurseries have already started doing this almost as a pilot to see how it works, what doesn't work, how we're actually supporting the young people, and actually the benefits for parents as well. So we've done a lot of that kind of work over the last few years. Once the announcement that obviously the 1140 was coming in, since then we're obviously now having to do a lot of changes to our physical estate with regards to nurseries to make sure that actually we've got enough capacity in our estate. That's why, you know, when we're building some of our new schools, we've increased the capacity for nursery, knowing that 1140 was coming in. It's why we've gone out now and started to build new nurseries or reopen some old nurseries so that we can actually deliver 1140. But also the other thing that's crucial in all this is you can have the best physical facilities you have, but if you don't have the staff, then it doesn't work. So we're actually spending a lot of time recruiting new staff, training the existing staff, so that actually once everybody's at the stage of 1140, we can actually give the young people the best experience that we can give. And so there's been a huge change in the way that nurseries are operating. I think 1140's had a part to play in it, but also I think actually we've spent a lot of time and money in our early years, as I said earlier on, because we actually recognise that if we want to make a difference with the young people, we need to start at the early stage, and that's at nursery. So a lot of changes have gone in. There's a lot of different ways now that nurseries operate and deliver a curriculum, if you like. It's all around about play, so all based around play, which is probably a lot different than where it was 10, 15 years ago. But it's actually to make sure that the young people get the best chance so that when they move from nursery into primary, they're actually ready for it. And as I said earlier on, the statistic that's always kind of scared me is the amount of young people who, by the time they get to primary 1, are 18 months behind their contemporaries. By doing all this work in nursery, we're seeing far less of that, and we're actually seeing young people more ready once they move into primary school. You know, it's obviously when the change was made to move the 2-year-old started at nursery. That was to really help families where you know, they wanted to go out to work, but obviously the childcare was an issue. So that's one of the factors behind the 1140 and bringing it in for 2-year-olds. Well, there's a huge benefit in this for the young people. There's also benefit for families that they can go and get employment, they can go and get the training that they want, they can go back to college and get some of the qualifications that maybe they missed out when they were young. And it gives them the opportunity to then be able to go on and get employment. Because again, one of the issues that we have with a lot of our young people, and one of the reasons why we see attainment struggle, is the amount of our families that are struggling with poverty, the amount of our families who you know, have to rely on food banks, for example. If we can give them the opportunity that they don't have to worry about where their children is, because they know that they're in nursery, they know they're in there all day, they know that those young people are also getting a meal, which they might not always get at home. It gives the family the chance to go out and earn, get a job, and actually that's benefit for the family in the long term, because then you know, the young person isn't having to worry about being fed all the time because mum and dad have gone out, been able to get a job and be able to support the family. We've put a lot of time and a lot of work over the last couple of years upskilling the staff that we currently have, but also being able to train and employ new staff. And you're absolutely right. You know, I think whenever you're working in a school, whether it's a nursery school or a primary or secondary, and you're a teacher, it's a vocation rather than a job. And so there's been a lot of satisfaction about being able to work in a nursery long term and helping the young people. So we're already seeing that there's a lot of people who want to come into the sector and actually work with the young people. And it's just great for us that we're able to help those people get the training that they need, and actually, again, there's that knock-on effect that helps us throughout the city with a lot of the things we're trying to achieve, not just in the education sector, but across the city, about helping people get into employment, and this is one of the things that we're able to do.